Alright. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna go into more politics here. And since I have a small subscriber base, I could kind of talk about this. I can kind of talk about this, and people are gonna, think whatever, but I suppose since I don't really have I don't know, it's not a big deal to me. So I've been in this thing called Alcoholics Anonymous for like 23 years. And Alcoholics Anonymous is all over the nation. Like they're everywhere in this country and even in the world, And because I've been pretty much averaging 2 to 3 meetings a week, AA meetings a week for 23 years. I know a little bit more. I know more about it than anybody who's never like if you. It's like you have to experience it for yourself. Anybody that hasn't experienced it for themselves doesn't know what they're talking about. And since I have 23 years experience, averaging, like 2 to 3 meetings a week, having done the steps, and 23 years of abstinence, I've got a good amount of experience in it. And this might seem like a normie type conversation to you, but again, if you don't know what it is, then you just don't know. You can assume whatever you want. Like if I don't know, if I'm say like I don't know about auto mechanics, okay, like working on cars. If I don't know anything about it, and somebody does, say they've had 23 years experience working on cars, I could think whatever I want about them. Like say they're working on my car, I could think this guy doesn't know what he's doing, or that this guy's like intentionally fucking with my car. But really, I don't really know because I'm not a mechanic, So I could be right that this guy kind of doesn't really know what he's doing, or I could be right that this guy's like intentionally I think he's intentionally not fixing my car so that I'll keep having to come to him for more repairs later. I could be right, but see, if I'm not a mechanic and I don't have the same years of experience as that person, well then how do I really know? Anyway, so this may seem like a normie conversation, but if you don't know anything about AA, and especially you haven't been going to meetings 2 to 3 times a week and having done the steps and read the books and work with others and remained abstinent from all intoxicants for 23 years, then you just don't really know. You don't really know, It's like Morpheus saying, unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. I mean, really think about that. Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. And it's the same with a lot of things, including AA. Unfortunately, no one can be told what AA is and what the 12 steps are. You have to see it for yourself. And then once you do, then you know. Anyways, based off of my experience, so I've been involved with groups, AA groups. I've taken up service commitments where I was the secretary for the group. I've done all kinds of shit. I've been the coffee person where I make the coffee once a week or twice a week. I've been like where I was the person that facilitated the meetings once or twice a week. I've done this for years. I've done this shit, right? And check this out. There are elections at meetings. Wow, isn't that something? They hold elections at AA meetings. So let's say you got a meeting, and this is based off my experience. This isn't me pulling something out of my ass. Let's say you've got a meeting that brings in like 50 people per AA meeting once a week for years, and they've been doing it for like 20 years. And once a week, every meeting, they're bringing in 50 people. Okay. Well, somebody has to facilitate that meeting, right? Or who's going to do it? Aren't there people that are needed to be of service in order for that meeting to function? Or is it just run by just pure anarchy? Everybody's just willy-nilly, just whatever time, whenever, just whatever. No, there has to be order, right? There has to be, and then once there's some order established, like, okay, the meeting meets on Sundays at 10 a.m., right? Okay, so what? So then everybody just shows up 10 a.m., right? Well, where? Oh, well, you have to have a place to go? Oh, well, and then what? They're going to charge, we have to pay? So somebody has to pay money to rent a space so that this place can hold an AA meeting once a week on Sundays at 11 a.m., right? Well, where's the money going to come from? Well, who's going to open the doors? Who's going to lock the doors when the meeting's done? Who's going to facilitate all this? Like, what? Is it just happen magically on its own? No, it doesn't. Imagine that. It doesn't just magically happen on its own. People have to participate. And there has to be order. And there has to be some kind of order. Like, because if there's no order, how do people even know what time to get there? How do they know what day to get there? If there's no order, people are just showing up like, when is it Wednesday? No, you have to have order, right? Order, some kind of order. Or is that just a conspiracy? That's to have order is conspiracy. Everything is just a conspiracy with these people, man. I mean, they just can't fucking just like, it's like, hello? If you want to organize something, you have to have order. And order is not conspiracy. You can say that this is all a big conspiracy. Everything's a conspiracy. Well, not everything is a conspiracy, believe it or not. And if you believe everything is just a conspiracy, good fucking luck, you know. Good luck in life, you know. Have fun with that. Bye. You know, not having it. Like, I mean, not everything is a conspiracy, despite what you might believe. So, AA is all across. And here's another thing: AA doesn't have any leaders. There is no president of the company. There is no leader at all. It's a leaderless thing. There are no leaders, no presidents, no nothing, no bosses, no CEOs, nothing like that. And there are meetings all across the country that are facilitated once a week. There are meetings that there are meeting halls that have meetings every fucking day at noon and 7. Well, who's going to open the meeting? Who's going to run the meeting? Well, you have to have some kind of order, right? You have to have some. Okay, now let's say you get it in enough order where it's like, oh, okay, so this place, we meet at noon at this location. Okay, you've got the location and you've got the time. Okay, right? Okay, well, now who's going to run it? Oh, it'll just run itself, right? You all just show up and what? Who's got the key? Who do we trust to hold the key? Well, we don't need a key. You know, what do you mean you don't need a key? Like, it's in a building. Like, who's going to run all this? What are you talking about? Like, so imagine that elections. You have to hold elections so that you can trust someone with the key that's going to show up at noon on Monday to open the doors 30 minutes early and set everything up. You know, at least like make some coffee, you know, make sure the toilet isn't clogged. So you have to hold elections. Oh my God, it must be a conspiracy, right? It must be a conspiracy. Holding elections, oh my God, that's all conspiracy. There's a difference between conspiracy and conspiracy theory. Believe it or not, I know, it's, oh my God, how could it possibly be that there's a difference between these two things? No. Newsflash, there is a difference between conspiracy and conspiracy theory. So, at these AA meetings, they got a location, not conspiracy. They have keys for the building, not conspiracy. This is all real. They actually hold meetings at 12 o'clock noon on Monday, not conspiracy. This is all real. Well, who's going to open the door, though? Somebody's got to show, right? So what they do is they hold elections. Oh my God, it must be a conspiracy, right? Well, imagine that it isn't a conspiracy. Imagine elections that aren't conspiracies. Can you even imagine that? Or is everything just conspiracy? Again, there's a difference between conspiracy theory and conspiracy. Now, so I know that there are actual elections that aren't conspiracy. They're not conspiracy. There are elections where it's like an actual real thing. It's not all rigged and everything. Now, can it be possible that they're rigged? Sure. But does that mean because it's possible that they always are and that everything is rigged? Not at all. No. So you have to hold an election. You get like 10 people that agree, okay, or 20 people that agree, okay, let's go to this meeting. We're going to start this meeting because all these other meetings suck, and I want to talk about fucking atheism and Gnosticism and agnosticism and theism. And I'm tired of hearing these people. They're all a bunch of Jesus. All they talk about is Jesus all the time. Like I just want to hold a meeting for atheists, okay? An AA meeting for atheists. So we all agree. Say 20 of us agree. We're going to meet Monday at noon, okay, at this location, okay? Well, who's going to open the door, though? Who's going to be trusted with the key? Oh, well, you just put the key here. What? Well, now what are you talking about? Do you even know what you're talking about any of this? See, because this has already been tried and tested and true. There's a method that works, okay? And that is you hold elections. So these 20 people, and you say, okay, who of us wants to facilitate this? Because somebody has to open the door like 30 minutes early and make sure that the coffee's on and the doors are open so we can actually hold a meeting. So who wants to? We need a person that's going to be responsible, a trusted servant that's going to hold the key and show up every Monday at noon to unlock the door, open it up, and put a pot of coffee on. So the doors are open so that people can come in if they want. And then somebody's like, I'll do it. It's like, okay, you want to do it? Okay. And then somebody's like, dude, I want to do it. Say you got 2 or 3 people that want to do it. And it's like, okay, well, we'll hold elections. We'll just hold an election. And so then we'll send those 2 or 3 people outside, and then we'll say, okay, how many people want this guy? And then people, well, okay, this guy's got 14 years sober member of AA. So how many of you guys want? What do you guys see? How many of you want? Okay, this guy's only got 2 days sober. So how many of you want him? Okay, and then everybody votes. And this guy's got, whatever, 25 years sober. Okay, what do you want him? And then there's an election. And okay, everybody raise your hand if you want the 14-year guy. And then people raise their hand. Everybody raise your hand if you want the 2-day guy. Raise your hand. And then everybody raise your hand who wants the 25-year guy. And they raise their hand. An election. Oh my God, it must be a conspiracy, right? It's all just conspiracy. It can't be anything but conspiracy. It's always only conspiracy only. There's never a possibility. Anytime it's election, it's just always conspiracy. It can never be. It can never be. It's impossible. So then they choose. And let's say they choose the guy with 14 years. They're like, we like that guy, but he's only got 2 days. I mean, come on. We remember when we had 2 days. We can't take a risk on that guy. We'll go with the 14-year guy because whatever. And they vote on it. And more people vote on the 14 guy than any of the others. So then they bring him back in. And it's like, okay, we already did the election. And you're doing the 14-year guy. You're doing it. So here's the key. And here's the responsibility. All you do is show up 30 minutes early, open the door, make sure the doors are open, and throw a pot of coffee on. And that's it. But then you'll facilitate the meeting too. So you'll open it up with the preamble, blah, blah, blah. Do the 5-minute traditional thing to open the meeting, and then that's it. And you need to, maybe you need to find a chairperson, somebody who will speak for 10 minutes on their experience, strength, and hope. And that's it. So there's an election. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, it goes even deeper than this. So what, does this guy just all of a sudden, so now that he's elected, he's like the king of the meeting? No. See, all this is already put in place. They've already figured this out. This program, this thing, has been around for fucking like 100 years. And without a leader, without a president, without a CEO, nothing like that. It's run by the people themselves. The people choose to do all this, and it's run by the people. No government, no president, no CEO, no leader, completely no leader at all. Not one leader at all. Believe it or not, oh my God, no, this can't be. Oh my God. So the commitment is they'll do like a commitment, like, well, you run the meeting for 3 months. And if the guy's like, I can't do 3 months, okay, we'll do 2. No, 2, okay, a month. You run the meeting, okay. So then we've established every month we're gonna have to run elections again. Every month. So there's a rotation. So it isn't the same guy and he ends up taking over the whole fucking thing. We need to rotate these motherfuckers in and out. So let's say it's 3 months and the guy agrees 3 months. Okay, so 3 months secretaryship. So and they don't govern, they don't run. All they do is open the door, put the coffee on, go through the preamble traditions to open the meeting, and then have a 10-minute speaker as the speaker, and then that's it. And then the meeting goes on for an hour, and it's a 3-month commitment. So once the 3 months is up, then they announce we have elections. We need somebody to run the meeting, and then 2 other guys be like, I'll do it. All right, we're gonna run another. Okay, you guys go outside and we'll vote. Okay, now we got these 3 guys. We got these 2 guys. Okay, and then they vote. And then then there it is, boom. Elections. Dude, I have been, okay, I got sober in Sacramento, California. There's fucking hundreds of there's meetings all over the place here, okay? And I've been going to all different kinds. I got my home group, and then I got another group that I go to on Sundays. I got another group, and then I'll move around. Like sometimes I'll get sick of going to the Sunday meeting because I've already heard everybody and it's getting kind of cliquey or whatever. Because people are people. There's always going to be politics and everything. It doesn't matter what it is. There's always, and it's not like it's just more like this is just a human condition. It's like whatever. It's just accepting reality for what it is. Sometimes you'll have more yuppies in the meeting. Like a meeting will be more yuppies, and I get tired of hanging around yuppies. So then I'll go to some other meeting where it's like, more of a low bottom meeting where it's just kind of bikers or shit like that. And so but I've done secretary for all kinds of different meetings. I've been elected as and sometimes the commitment is like 3 months. Sometimes it's even 6 months, but I'm not a governor. All I do is open the door, put the coffee on, and have somebody speak for 10 minutes of the hour-long meeting. And this goes on and on and on. I've been doing this for 23 fucking years, okay? Now, so am I just totally dumb about elections, like voting in elections? I have no idea. Like, I'm just stupid when it comes to that because all elections are just fake and rigged. Every single time. It's just all fake. It's all fake and rigged, right? If everything is fake and rigged, again, there is a difference between conspiracy and conspiracy theory. Okay? Now, does what I'm saying mean that US elections for president are never rigged and it's always just no? What I'm saying is that dude, I have seen rigged elections at AA meetings. It happens. But does that mean that every election that goes on at an AA meeting to elect a secretary to open the doors is rigged? Does that mean that, because I've seen rigged elections in AA meetings before. There is crazy shit that goes on in AA meetings, yes. But does that mean that that's all it is, and it's nothing else? It's nothing but that. See, that's a form of blackpilling. That's blackpill. If I just think every election is rigged, everything is rigged, it's always all rigged, everything is rigged, no matter what, everything is just rigged, it's all rigged. That's just pure blackpill. And I can appreciate the blackpill when it's reasonable, but when it's just like totally like everything is that and nothing. Everything or nothing, all or nothing, everything is nothing, it's nothing is everything. Like there's people that are they're just gone off the fucking deep end. They have no objectivity at all. They cannot think outside of what they believe. Like they can't even consider the possibility that there might actually be something else possibly going on other than what they think it is. what they know it is. In their mind, they know it is. And so are you saying to me then, if you're black pilled, that every election that I've ever experienced in AA, where they elect people to be the treasurer and be the secretary and be the coffee person and all these things I've experienced, that those were all rigged, fake rigged elections? That was all just fake rigged, right? And if you're not completely wasted and completely just gone full retard, then you would admit, no, not all those elections were fake. And that's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. You can't just apply this blanket one size fits all to every fucking thing. And if you were to further consider what I'm saying and just start applying it to outside of AA, is it possible that there could be elections, US elections, that aren't rigged and that are yeah. So there is this continued push that everybody that votes is stupid, and only the stupidest fucking people on the planet would ever believe that. That is the most ridiculous proposal. Like, it is so unbelievably stupid, and anybody that would drink that Kool-Aid is as unbelievably stupid as the proposal itself.